Hi there, it's me again, and again it's Friday. It's Friday afternoon. I've been outside here mowing my lawn, and I had a few moments, so I wanted to just touch base with you. It is a breezy day, but nice day, and just in case you're wondering how I'm doing, a few tomatoes on this plant. I put some orange peels down around it, keeps the pests from bothering it. Few tomatoes on this one. My marigold is coming, hasn't blossomed yet, but I see they're going to start. And down here is another one. I have some basil there and some thyme, my lavender, and basil again. And here I planted something, and to be honest, I can't remember, so I'm just going to have to wait. I'm just going to wait. I'm going to take a quick walk out here. Let's go. Just look. There we are. I put some straw in this. I don't know whether I mentioned that to you, just to make it maybe healthier, to keep some of the bugs down, not the bugs down, but the moisture in. I didn't put them on these, but I will do more of that next year possibly. And I think they're going to, probably this week, I'm going to have them budding. They're going to be budding, so I will have flowers. And my potatoes are falling over. They probably need sticks too. Oh dear, a lot of work. And I'm not a gardener, so I'm walking my bare feet, so I've got to be careful. But I really can't wait. I hope my corn, I really should pull it up out of there, but I'll leave it alone. If I get one cob of corn, I might be lucky. But this is my pumpkin, and I'm quite pleased. I'm going to wait and see how that comes. Looks like it might come well. There's some squash in here, and I thought I seen oh, I did too. Down here on this squash, I have a flower. Yeah. Those peppers aren't going to come to nothing, neither is that squash over there, or that pumpkin right there, that small pumpkin. These peppers aren't going to do nothing. I do have celery. And over further there, you can't see it, but I do have a small pepper growing. Anyway, if I get some fruit, let me see. I was going to say, did the critters eat my peas? I do have a few peas. Now, I didn't grow a lot of them because you don't get a lot of, unless you grow a lot, you do not get a lot of produce from it. Don't get a lot of fruit. So if this is actually a wasted time, I had 4 or 5 on there, but I don't even see that. I think some critters might be starting to eat them. Well, I hope they enjoy. There's my little tiny pepper. Oh, darn it. Right there. It's not going to amount to much, but there's some more marigold and a pepper, but that probably isn't going to do much either. And my onion tops are growing again. And I don't know, I got to read up on my onions and see when to pull them. Well, anyway, just another, I called my husband. He was picking berries for an elderly woman whose husband's in a home. And he's 92, but he was such an active 92. And Zane had gone to his cottage in his camp in Nova Scotia, and we stayed there for a week looking after their dog last year. And it's right on Princess, let me see, it's called Charlotte Beach in Nova Scotia. What a beautiful spot. You walk down the great big long staircase to get to the water, and then for a lot later in the day, it is all sandy beach, so you can walk and walk and walk. So that's what we did when we were there for the week. And then he went hunting with him at his camp in Nova Scotia as well. But when he came home, now this year, he went into the bathroom, was brushing his teeth, and lo and behold, he was bending over, and when he couldn't stand back up, he couldn't straighten himself. She had to call an ambulance, and he was in the hospital probably 2 to 3 months. He went downhill from there, and doesn't that actually happen? You can be, like, he was driving his vehicles from New Brunswick to Nova Scotia 2 and 3 times a year at the age of 92. So with it, really was. But it was his body. And what happened to this gentleman was, to Harold, was when he bent over and he couldn't get back up and they took him to the hospital, they sent him to St. John, which is the biggest hospital for specialists. And you'd think Fredericton would be where it's the capital, but it isn't. It is in St. John. He had a tumor, a growth on his very top, back here in the back of your neck. They had to remove. And that set him behind. Now, he was starting to come really well, and then he took a stroke. And I kept telling my husband, because he does his lawn care, and he's been a very good friend. They met each other at a seniors workshop, and like I said, Harold was so active. But so Zane's out picking berries for this lady today, just to show some kindness and love to her. But now this gentleman is no longer in his home. She couldn't look after him because she's in her late 80s, and she still drives, but she could no longer care for him. He needs a lot of care. So you can pray for this lady. Her name is Anne, if you'd like, and her husband, Harold. Pray for Anne for her health right now as well. That would be great. And I can pass that along to her if anyone says that they'll pray for her and Harold. Because it's a concern. She tires herself out by traveling 3 or 4 miles to the home and then back. She sits with him and then has to go back and do what she needs done in her home. Does anybody have a garden in? And if you do, what are you planting? Like I said, I have apples. I wish I had apples, but it's too late in my life to grow apple trees. I have potatoes, beans, broccoli, tomatoes, squash, and a couple of pumpkin. They do have rhubarb, and some onions, some celery. Like I said, the peppers aren't coming very well. If I get one off them, I'll be lucky. Now, when I grew peppers before, I grew them in pots, and they were humongous. I had great, big, huge. That's what I'll do next year. I think something different, or buy them somewhere else. I bought these ones. I didn't plant them myself. And I'm going to show you trees where the leaves are all turning back. And we may get some rain, but it really isn't calling for it. Maybe tomorrow afternoon. And you can see we have blue skies, some pretty clouds. Yeah, and but it's beautiful out right here. And as you can see, I was mowing down there. There's the lawnmower. So I got to get back at that and get some of it done. This is just behind the house. And then I got on the other side. I've got on that side to do. And then I've got on that side. Oops. Anyway, the other side to do. Sorry, I'm all around the place. that side. And then in the front. So I just want to wish you a great weekend. And if anybody from Canada's on here, happy Canada Day weekend, guys. There was a parade here in Minto, and I didn't go to it. There's supposed to be a street dance, but I probably won't go to that either. And then it depends on how tired I am. I have a study place to go to tonight if I want to go. And we'll see if we get to that tonight or not. We might have to cancel. I know yesterday we went for a short drive, and that short drive we stopped to visit somebody, and we're there for about 2.5 hours, which I didn't expect. I just wanted to go in and say hi. We had stopped by your place, found you, and you know, just to say hello. But we spent a long day just visiting, and it was nice, but tiring for me. We stopped and had lunch on the way back, which I had too much, and it was rather costly. But it was okay. It was just a little bit too greasy. But anyway, we had a day out, and then Zane's out today, and I think I hear singing, so they might be doing singing just a few streets away from the center of Minto. So they're doing something out there, and that's fine. I'm enjoying my day here. I'll get a little bit more gardening done. So everyone, God bless, and be kind to one another. Bye for now.